Sir, I take the opportunity to speak on the second batch of 19 demands pertaining to key departments such as fiscal administration, planning, surveys and statistics, 2 energy, 3 governor and council of ministers, 4 general administration and elections, 5 municipal administration and urban development, 6 administration of justice, 7 state legislature, 8 industries and commerce, 9th information technology, electronics and communication, 10 commercial taxes administration, 11 excise administration, 12 home administration, 13 labor and employment, 14 transport administration, 15 backward classes, 16 school education, 17 higher education, 18 technical education, and 19 is medical and health, sir. So 19 demands at one time. So before going ahead with my observation and my demands and my suggestions for these demands, I would like to thank the Speaker for giving me an ample time on the discussion on the budget, sir. I thank you very much, sir. Sir, and with the hope that when I speak on this 19 demands, I would be given at least 3 minutes or 4 minutes for each demand, sir. Sir, starting ahead with the fiscal administration, planning, surveys and statistics, sir. So this demands accounts for overall allocation of rupees 50,699 crores, including rupees 34,823 crore charged on the consolidated fund and rupees 15,876 crores to be voted in the House. Interest payment and repayments of loans by the government and pensions of the government employees account to the bulk of the allocation for the finance department, sir. Sir, I have come across reports that the Telangana government is seeking debt swapping of high-cost loan with short repayment schedules borrowed in the previous year with fresh loans from financial institutions on low interest rates and longer repayment durations, sir. Sir, I hope the Finance Minister Saab will elaborate on this issue, sir, which I have raised. Sir, I would like to make once again a request to the Honorable Speaker, sir, to please give instructions to the government and the concerned ministers. Sir, when we do a study and a research and when we prepare ourselves and come with figures and also statistics, sir, if my figures are wrong, I need to be corrected. But unfortunately, sir, in the budget speech, budget is about figures, sir. And figures are supposed to be debated. I spoke more on the figures, sir. And also in my speech, some political speech was also there, which every leader does that. But it is so unfortunate that no reply was given on the figures. Political speech replies was given. I thank for that. Sir, this House needs to have a debate on figures and we need to correct. Like if a legislature like me stands here and says that this is there in this book, this is there in that book, and this is what minister is saying, it is the responsibility of the government to come forward and say, no, you are wrong, we are right. I would have been more happier with that. But, rather than just keeping quiet, ignoring it, as if we are not interested, so this makes a person who comes prepared very disheartened. And unfortunately, sir, or fortunately, I would say, the media also carries only that debate which is of political interest, probably because people want to read what is more interesting. So there were so many nice figures and interesting figures which were spelled out, but I felt like it was really unheard. But anyway, one hears or not, I'm not going to leave my practice of coming with the figures, talking on the subject, and making things clear, sir. So the allocation of the Finance and Planning Department include rupees 603.76 crores for Constancy Development Program in 24-25 as against the revised estimate of rupees 418.10 crore for the year 23-24. Sir, in 22-23, the government had spent 773.19 crore on CDP by sanctioning some additional amount for the CDP, sir. Sir, however, if we go by the budget documents, in the last financial year, the government, previous and the present one, did not release rupees 185.66 crores under the CDP for reasons known to the former and the present finance minister, sir. Sir, but the outcome budget on fiscal administration, finance department on page 63 mentions that rupees 788 crores were released and expenditure of rupees 553.26 crores was incurred on CDP in the last financial year. Apart from the CDP, the Chief Minister has been provided with a discretionary special development fund for welfare of developmental schemes for which an allocation of rupees 1,886.75 crores has been made in the 2024-25 budget. The CM Saab sanctioned the funds under CDF for development works and welfare programs in the constituencies of legislatures in addition to the CDP, sir. Sir, I need a clarification on this, sir. Sir, under this special fund, then CM Saab had sanctioned rupees 609.54 crores in the year 22-23 and revised estimate for 23-24 is rupees 1,578.35 crores, sir, as against the allocation of rupees 7,600.54 crores, sir. However, the outcome budget on fiscal administration finance department on page number 63 points out that 1,987.45 crores were released under SDP and expenditure of rupees 1,984.14 crores were incurred. Honorable Speaker, sir, I hope and trust that the CM Revanth Reddy Saab will be liberal in sanctioning funds from the SDP for works and welfare programs proposed by the legislatures in their constituencies, sir, irrespective of their party affiliations. Sir. Sir, I was surprised to see the current year's budget, no allocation is made for Gajwel Area Development Authority set up by the previous government. On the other hand, sir, Kodangal Area Development Authority is allocated rupees 120 crores in current year's budget. Sir, if the successive chief ministers set up development authorities for their respective constituencies, what should the other ministers and legislatures do, sir? Sir, I have been seeing this not from now, sir. When Mr. Chandrababu Naidu was the chief minister in Andhra Pradesh, that time also I saw the same thing used to happen. Kuppam used to get a lot of funds and developments. Then after that, Rajshekhar Reddy Saab had become a chief minister. Kadapa had come. Hyderabad Public School had gone to Kadapa. All the development, it's fine, sir. Then again, after that, only one chief minister, sir, which I really miss him and I love him the most was Mr. Roshaya Saab. Always he used to fight. But he was the only minister, I think he never took anything. वो MLC भी थे उसके बाद भी sir, but he was also an MLA once. Yes. जब वो अपने आप के लिए या कभी नहीं लिए साहब, लेकिन गजवेल में KCR साहब आए ले लिए, अब यहाँ पे लिए हैं, ठीक है लीजिए, हमको कोई शिकायत नहीं है, शिकवा नहीं है, लेकिन एक बात जरूर ये कहूंगा सर, कल भी मैं कहा था, फिर से कहूंगा एक बात कि ये बनाए हैं कोडंगल में एरिया डेवलपमेंट, but the question which needs to be answered, if not answered, which needs to be, thought about by the Honorable Chief Minister Saab is that, सर जब वो इलेक्शन लड़े थे सर, मैं कल फिगर्स दिया था परसों, तो वो 1 लाख चिल्लर वोट लिए थे, और जब पार्लियामेंट का इलेक्शन आया तो वो जितने वोट लिए थे वो उतने रिटेन नहीं करे. The Congress candidate from the Kodangal Assembly constituency took 23,000 less votes. चीफ मिनिस्टर नहीं थे तो वोट बढ़ के मिले, चीफ मिनिस्टर रहने के बाद वोट कम मिले। तो इस चीज पे देखना है, गौर करना है। Sir, also going further ahead, sir. Sir, I would also say, sir, moreover, is it not discriminatory to starve the Area Development Authority of the former Chief Minister's constituency of special funds, sir? I hope that the government will look into that, because today I'm standing here and making a demand for the former Chief Minister's Development Authority funds to be released, sir. Sir, for the Brahmin Welfare Fund, sir, सबके लिए, right, सबके लिए, for all of us, sir. I correct myself, sir, for all of us, sir. With the former Chief Minister's Development Authority also, sir. Sir, for the Brahmin welfare, sir, it was MIM party who had demanded that the Brahmin should be taken care, and the then Chief Minister had agreed for that, and he was magnanimous in announcing for the Brahmins also, sir. For the Brahmin Welfare Fund, the allocation in the current year is rupees 50 crores, and in the previous year also similar allocations were made, but only rupees 27.50 crores were released and incurred, causing hardship to some Brahmin beneficiaries, sir. Sir, now coming to the energy, sir. Sir, yesterday I was listening to the Honorable Deputy CM Sahab's reply on the debate on the budget, and he was recounting the achievements of the present government in the power sector, especially in the meeting, the record peak demand of GHMC as well as the state during the summer this year, sir. He had earlier asserted in the budget speech that the Congress government was able to provide uninterrupted power supply for 24 hours a day, even during the peak summer season, sir. Sir, I don't know how to take these statements when the experience of the common people in the state capital itself proves that there were interruptions in the supply, not during the summers only, but also after the advent of the monsoon in June, sir. The Deputy CM Saab, who holds the both portfolio of finance and energy, says that the budgetary allocation for the power sector, including Transco and Discom, is rupees 16,410 crore in the current year, sir. However, sir, when he says that 16,410 crore in the current year, however, he has moved the demands of grant for energy number 35 for grants of rupees 12,086 crore, sir. Sir, I request him to clarify, sir. Sir, मैं फिर से मैं figures पे बोल रहा हूँ, numbers पे बोल रहा हूँ, sir, amount पे बोल रहा हूँ. इस पे कोई clarification देते ही नहीं, sir. इस पे clarification देना चाहिए. It is the right of a legislature, sir, and it is the right of this house. कि sir, I repeat and I just say that, sir, once again. So the Deputy CM Saab, who holds a portfolio of finance and energy, says that the budget allocation for the power sector, including Transco Discom, is rupees 16,410 crore in the current year. And however, he has moved the demand of grant for energy number 35 for grants of rupees 12,086 crores. Minister Saab needs to clarify on that, sir. The allocation includes rupees 3,017 crore for construction of new extra high tension substation and 31 extra high voltage power transformers during the financial year, sir. Sir, going now on Guruva Jyotis, according to statistics from the two Discom, there were 1.27 crore domestic consumers in the state during 22-23, and this number has further increased in 23 and 24. Out of this number, 1 crore domestic consumer had consumed less than 200 units per month. Thus, there are over 1 crore domestic consumers consuming less than 200 units per month, and these consumers are eligible for availing the free power up to 200 units under Guruva Jyoti scheme. This is what we all know, sir. Sir, under Guruva Jyoti scheme implemented from 1st March 2024 for providing 200 units for free electricity, the Finance Minister Saab says that 45,81,676 zero bills were issued, and the Discom were reimbursed with rupees 583 crores up to 30th of June 2024, sir. He says this, sir. However, the social economic survey page number 91, points out that a total of 1.37 crore zero electricity bills were generated under Gruha Jyoti scheme till 30th June 2024. This is almost 3 times the figure cited in the budget speech. 3 times, sir. तो आप बढ़ के बता रहे हैं, नहीं बता रहे, कम बता रहे, मैं बढ़ के बता रहा हूं. Sir, I really don't understand, sir. Sir, now going further ahead, sir, the policy note of demand for grants of Energy Department mentioned that under Gruha Jyoti scheme, a total of 1.79 crore zero bills were issued and the amount reimbursed to DISCOM was 643.86 crore, sir. Sir, Bhatti Saab says in his speech, Gruha Jyoti scheme has been allocated 2,418 crores in budget for the year 24-25, excluding the allocation under SC, ST, SDF. But as per the budget book on energy demand, I am also the demand number 35, page 29, sir. I am mentioning the page also. The budget estimate for the scheme is only rupees 1,825 crores, sir. Sir, I really fail to understand, sir. What are the bureaucrats, what are the departments doing? Are they not studying the numbers? Sir, similarly, huge amounts are due from the government departments towards the power consumption, sir. The areas due from the government department have risen. The government departments, sir, have risen from rupees 1,595.37 crores to rupees 28,842.70 crores, sir. From just for the government department. 28,000. So when it is rising, sir, it is true that the financial difficulties of DISCOM are aggravated by the default of the government department in paying their power bill. As per white paper of the government, which was tabled in December 2023, from this, how much has been paid by the government to DISCOM, sir? ये दिए या नहीं दिए? चुप होल सिटी के पीछे पड़े हुए अदानी को देते बोल के, ये गवर्नमेंट के कलेक्शंस को तो भी अदानी को दे दो भाई, उन्हें कलेक्ट करके दे देता, वो तो भी दे दो. चुप होल सिटी अदानी बोलते हैं. Sir, these dues include huge arrears of 14,193 crores from the lift irrigation project, sir. Huge, sir. Just from the lift irrigation, 14,193, sir. Sir, the government also defaulted in paying committed true-up charges of rupees 14,928 on behalf of the DISCOM. So the government has been providing the subsidy for the free power for farm sector and other section of society. However, it is the responsibility of the government to provide higher subsidy, as it has been keeping the power tariff for the domestic and other categories consumer stagnant for several years in a row, sir. Sir, through you, I would like to ask, sir, once again, sir, I have given the figures, but still, sir, I would like to ask, sir, what is the total amount allocated in the latest budget towards the Gruha Jyoti scheme? Out of the total amount allocated to the power sector, what amount is planned for Gruha Jyoti scheme, and details to the capex of budget to be furnished, sir? This is very important, sir. The second thing, sir, revenue collection in the whole city has always been made a topic for discussion, sir. Sir, आप पूरा losses को देख लीजिए. Total losses कितने हैं? And if you have to see the collections of whole city, sir, we are almost touching 100%. अगर losses अगर पूरे state का देखते हैं, तो entire state में the losses are 20%. 20% losses है ही सारे state में हैं. और यहां पर जब आते हैं और बोलते हैं कि it is 40%, no, sir. Sir, I would like, sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, you're on the chair, you occupy the chair, you're the custodian of this house, sir. There is the sanctity of the house. Sir, I had put a question in assembly asking that ke whether there is power pilferage, चोरी है क्या पुराने शहर में. मैं question डाला था. And Sridhar Babu Sahab was also in the house then. A reply was made by the then government in this house saying that कि पुराने शहर में power की चोरी नहीं है. चौतरफ जितने लॉसेस है पुराने शहर में भी उतने ही लॉसेस हैं, और उसके बाद ये बोले कि डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लॉसेस इस वजह से है कि द रीजन इज दैट कि द न्यू अपग्रेडेशन हैज नॉट बीन डन इन ऑल सिटी। अगर आप टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करेंगे, अपग्रेडेशन को यूज करेंगे, तो जो लॉस हो रहा है वो लॉस को रोक सकते हैं। लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी अगर लॉसेस है, एज अ रेस्पॉन्सिबल लेजिस्लेचर I would like to come on record and say that kindly share with me, sir. I will accompany the officials. We will go together. We will see that the losses are brought down, sir. Rather than pointing out on one and saying that कि नहीं चोर है, चोरी कर रहे, नहीं, हम चोर नहीं है। पुराने शहर में चोर नहीं रहते, पुराने शहर के ईमानदार लोग हैं। पुराने शहर में लोग अपनी मेहनत मजदूरी से करते हैं। हुकूमत की लापरवाही, हुकूमत की नाकामी को जोड़ रहे हैं कि लॉसेस को बता रहे हैं कि इस वजह से है। सर आई वुड लाइक टू से कि आप, यू वुड बी सरप्राइज सर, कवर्ड कंडक्टर इज वन थिंग सर, कवर्ड कंडक्टर। तो ये कवर्ड कंडक्टर से क्या होता है सर? जब तेज हवाएं चलती हैं तो डिसरप्शन नहीं होता है पावर सप्लाई में। सर आपके जरिए मैं हुकूमत को बताना चाहता हूं कि मैं नाम लेना नहीं चाहता, जो पुराने सीएमडी साहब थे वो भी पुराने शहर में रहते थे सर। तो पूरे पुराने शहर में कवर्ड कंडक्टर कहीं पर भी नहीं है सर। अगर कवर्ड कंडक्टर है तो फीडर से सिर्फ उनके घर तक डाले थे सर, फीडर से सिर्फ अपने घर तक डाले, टिल हिज हाउस ओनली सर, so that he doesn't have any interruption in the power supply. If I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. With all responsibility, I am saying this, sir. This is what has been happening, sir. Sir, we had been demanding for AB cable 70 square mm, अब तक नहीं दिए। अंडरग्राउंड केबलिंग ओल्ड सिटी में नहीं है। और फिर सर we have been demanding and saying that कि ये रिजॉल्व, ये बाइफर्केशन ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग साउथ सर्कल हैदराबाद 2 सर्कल्स में डालिए, उसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करिए। सर देयर इज वन रूल फॉर न्यू सिटी एज फार एज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ स्टाफ एंड कंज्यूमर्स, और ओल्ड सिटी में देखो आप एक अलग रूल रहता है। मैं ये कह रहा हूं जो आप न्यू सिटी में जो जोन्स बनाए, जो आप यूनिट्स बनाए या जितने लोग बनाए, सेम सिस्टम आप उसका अडॉप्ट करिए ना पुराने शहर में। नहीं करते हैं, दे डोंट डू इट सर। सर also sir, filling up vacant posts of artisan grade 1, 2 and 3, many posts have been fallen vacant and those needs to be filled up sir. And also there is a very important issue sir, this is about, just now my friend have spoken about that sir, के घर बनाने के लिए 33 kV के वायर्स जा रहे हैं। ये पुराने शहर का भी यही इशू है सर। ना सर पुराने शहर का, हैदराबाद, साबेराबाद, सारे जगह हम पुराने शहर में सर, बल्कि निजामाबाद के रिहायशी इलाकों में भी यही हाई टेंशन वायर का मसला है। सारे निजामाबाद में पूरे लोग परेशान हैं, बिल्डिंग्स नहीं कर रहे हैं। 10 करोड़ रुपए बजट मंजूर किया गया था पुराने शहर में वहां के लाइनों की मुंतकली के लिए, लेकिन निजामाबाद में आज तक नहीं हुआ। हैदराबाद में भी बजट को मंजूर किया गया लेकिन उसको नहीं किया गया। तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप मेरे उठाए गए सवालात को नोट करेंगे और जवाब देंगे। अगर मेरी बात गलत है तो जरूर आप बोलिए कि नहीं अकबर साहब आप गलत बोल रहे हैं, आपके फिगर्स गलत है, आप जो पेज नंबर कोट कर रहे हैं ये गलत है, आप इसको करेक्ट करिए, so that I can also correct myself. Sir, going further ahead, sir, Governor and Council of Ministers and General Administration, so these 2 important demands, number 2 and 4, accounts for a budgetary allocation of only rupees 456 crores. However, the General Administration Department has many important commissions and organizations under its purview, sir. These include Telangana State Public Service Commission, Official Language Commission, State Human Rights Commission, Telangana Vigilance Commission, Lok Ayukta and UPA Lok Ayukta Administrative Tribunal, Tribunal for Disciplinary Proceedings, Anti-Corruption Bureau, Vigilance and Enforcement Department, and Dr. MCR HRD Institute, etc. Sir. Sir, Telangana Official Language Commission is set up under the provision of Telangana Official Language Act to oversee the implementation of Telugu as the first official language and Urdu as a second official language of the state, sir. सर, हमारी जिद्दोजहद का नतीजा कि कल चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब बोले कि आपके दोस्त अच्छे नहीं थे, लेकिन मैं कहूंगा हमारे पुराने दोस्तों का शुक्रिया कि उन्होंने उर्दू को दूसरी सरकारी जबान का मौक़िफ़ दिया। उर्दू को दूसरी सरकारी जबान का मौक़िफ़ तो मिला, लेकिन उर्दू के साथ जो इंसाफ होना है वो नहीं हो रहा है। ऑनरेबल स्पीकर साहब, मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत की तवज्जो इस बात पर लाना चाहता हूं कि जब उर्दू को दूसरी सरकारी जबान का मौक़िफ़ दिया गया है तो जितने भी तखर्रुरात का मतलब ये कि जितने भी रिक्रूटमेंट हो गए, मैं मुतालबा करूंगा कि आप उस सारे रिक्रूटमेंट के टेस्ट को, एग्जाम को उर्दू में भी रखिए। उर्दू में रखेंगे तो इसके जरिए उर्दू वालों को भी मौका मिलेगा और उसके साथ साथ उर्दू को जो दूसरी सरकारी जबान का मौक़िफ़ दिया गया है इस रियासत में, उसके साथ इंसाफ भी होगा। क्योंकि उर्दू खत्म हो रही है और हमको इस खत्म होती हुई जबान को बचाना है। इतनी मीठी जबान है, इतनी मिठास है इस जबान में कि जब कोई उर्दू में बयान करता है तो सुनने वाले को समझ में नहीं आता है, लेकिन उसकी मिठास उसको सुनने पर और ज्यादा तवज्जो दिलाती है, मुतवज्जो कराती है और उसको बार बार सुनने के लिए मजबूर करती है, चाहे वो उर्दू की शायरी हो या उर्दू के गजल हो या उर्दू के अल्फाज हो। इतने मीठे हैं कि अगर आज हम एक बड़ा नारा जो आजादी के वक्त दिया गया था, इनकलाब जिंदाबाद, तो ये इनकलाब जिंदाबाद का नारा भी उर्दू वालों ने दिया था और इसी नारे ने हमारे सोए हुए जज्बात को जिंदा किया और अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ लड़ने की एक नई हिम्मत दी थी और वह नारा था इनकलाब जिंदाबाद। तो मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि आप उर्दू के साथ इंसाफ करेंगे। सर, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट द गवर्नमेंट टू रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूट द ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज कमीशन and nominate the chairman, members of the commission, including a member who is from the Urdu background, sir. Sir, Telugu के साथ एक member को, Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to request the government, official language commission में तेलुगु के लिए जो जिम्मेदारियां दी जाती हैं, उसके साथ साथ एक उर्दू वाले को भी अगर आप ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज कमीशन में लेंगे तो उर्दू को इंप्लीमेंट करने के लिए वो भी अपनी जिद्दोजहद करेंगे। सर, वैकेंसीज द गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट एंड रिक्रूटमेंट, सर, आई मे पॉइंट आउट दैट द कांग्रेस मैनिफेस्टो अभय हस्तम also came up with a job calendar for filling up 2 lakh jobs in the state government through the Telangana State Public Service Commission and a special department recruitment mission, sir. So the Telangana State Public Service Commission has been reconstituted after the Congress government assumed the office. The Public Service Commission is assigned the task of conducting examination recruitment tests for appointment for posts under the state government. In the recent past, the commission had come under a cloud causing discontent among the large number of government job seekers, sir. The Finance Minister Saab had assured that the government is committed to create new jobs, not only the government, but also corporations, societies, and other organizations under its purview, sir. Sir, he further says that appointment orders were issued for filling up 31,768 jobs already, and the government would set right the irregularities that took place in the recruitment process in the past. He has promised that the government would issue a job calendar in the near future, sir. I earnestly hope that the government would fill up all the 2 lakh vacancies in a time-bound manner without causing further delays. I would request the government to ensure that the 4% reservation for socially and educationally backward Muslim BCE category were implemented in all the recruitments being done by the Public Service Commission, state level, police recruitment board and other recruitment boards and departments, sir. Sir, when I make this demand, इसके साथ साथ मैं एक मुतालबा और एक करना चाह रहा हूं कि जो टेम्पररी एम्प्लॉइज है या अडॉक बेसिस पर है, जिन जिन के भी सर्विसेज को रेगुलराइज किया जा रहा है, हम रेगुलराइजेशन करने के मुखालिफ नहीं हैं, जरूर आप रेगुलराइज करिए सर्विसेज को, लेकिन उसमें 4% मुस्लिम तहफ्फुजात को भी देखिए। हो रहा यह है सर कि हमने एक प्राइवेट बॉडी को दे दिया था कि वी नीड सो मेनी एम्प्लॉइज, आप इतने भेज दीजिए, वो भेज दिए, अब आप डिमांड हो रहा है उनको रेगुलर करिए, रेगुलर कर रहे हैं तो 4% इज नॉट गेटिंग मेंटेन इन दैट, सर। तो हम बार बार कह रहे हैं,
बार बार मुतालबा कर रहे हैं कि 4% तहफ़्फ़ुज़ात का जो है, आप जिनकी सर्विसेज को रेगुलराइज कर रहे हैं उसमें भी 4% मुसलमानों को आप देखिए, क्योंकि 4% रिजर्वेशन की पॉलिसी हमारी स्टेट में है। सर, ऑप्शन टू राइट recruitment test in Urdu, sir. Sir, I would also request the General Administration Department to issue a comprehensive government order to give effect to the assurance that all the recruitment tests of Public Service Commission, state level police recruitment board and various departments also offer the option to applicants to write the test in Urdu, the second official language of the state, sir. ये बहुत जरूरी है कि उर्दू में सारे इम्तिहानात का इनेकाद होगा। इस बात के लिए एक ऑर्डर निकाल कर दे दीजिए। बोला तो जाता है लेकिन अब तक नहीं किया जा। Due to lack of time, it is not possible to comment on the function of ACB, Vigilance and Enforcement Department, Vigilance Commission, Lok Ayukta, MCR, HRD Institute, and other organization under GAD, sir. So, anytime later on, I'll go in these subjects. Going further ahead, sir, the fifth demand of municipal administration and urban development. Honorable panel speaker, sir, I compliment the Chief Minister, Mr. Revant Reddy Saab, for the record allocation of rupees 15,533 crores for municipal administration and urban development demands, sir. However, I may add a word of caution also, sir. Sir, in the last financial year, the budgetary allocation for this demand was rupees 11,082 crore, but the actual expenditure was only rupees 3,410.45 crores, working out to 31% of the allocation, page 102 of outcome budget of MAUD, sir. The MANUD department now looks after 142 urban local bodies in the state, including the GHMC as well as the Urban Development Authority and other wings of the MAUD. At the time of formation of Telangana state in June 2014, there were only 52 municipalities and 6 municipal corporations in the state. Today, there are 13 municipal corporations and 129 municipalities spread across the state. Without going into specifics, I would like to confine myself to the broader issue, sir. GHMC, the government issued GO number 761 dated 27/9/2023, MAUD department for SRDP phase 2 proposal for administrative sanction and allocation of funds in budget about rupees 1,217 crores for work proposed to be taken up in Charminar zone, sir. But there is no progress in this work, sir. I know the financial situation of the state, but at least we can initiate the work. No matter if the work takes 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, but we have to start the work. So I submit through you to the government to kindly look into this, sir. Sir, as per procedures, every metro city has allocated common monsoon special funds to take up the repair works of roads, drainage, etc. in emergency. But it is so unfortunate, sir. Continuously I have been demanding, sir. In GHMC, no special funds are allocated to meet the demand of monsoon repair, sir. Sir, पहले बारिश होती थी, धीमी धीमी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बारिश होती थी, लेकिन अब ऐसा है कि एक साथ मूसलाधार बारिश हो रही है। पहले ट्रैफिक ज्यादा है, बारिश के रोडों पर पानी जमा हो जाने की वजह से ट्रैफिक स्लो हो जा रही है, और जब बारिश रुक जाती है, पानी जमा रहता है, पानी जब हट जाता है, तो उसके बाद में इतने गड्ढे रहते हैं रोड में, तो हमारे पास जीएचएमसी में कोई बजट ही नहीं है मॉनसून के लिए। वो पॉटहोल्स को फिल करने के लिए emergency squads honi chahiye, so that there is no traffic jams and the traffic moves smoothly. This hasn't been taken care for all these years, sir, right from the formation of Telangana. I hope that this would be taken care, sir. Sir, and moreover, sir, when I talk about the traffic, sir, the most important thing which we need to understand and know that only road widening, flyovers will not solve the traffic congestion problems. So we need to look into different aspects. The major and most important thing is that here, if we have to see, the public mode of transport is very weak. When I say public mode of transport, that is RTC, that is MMTS, that is metro train. But when we see that, I was really surprised, sir. Before the formation of Telangana state, the Hyderabad city had more than 4,000 buses. More than 4,000 buses. And now today we have less than 2,000 buses. और फिर आप खवातीन के लिए भी फ्री कर दिए हैं. So this is the reason why the cars are increasing, the two-wheelers are increasing, and the traffic is getting jammed. Sir, we need to have a meeting of experts, call some experts to look into this problem. Sir, मैं कहूंगा कि देखिए, right now the investments have stopped coming to Bangalore. The reason is that traffic. From one part to another part, just to reach, it's become a horrible situation. Bangaloreans are worried. That's why, no IT company, no one wants to go and invest in Bangalore. And now we shouldn't face the same situation where people come and say, no, we don't want to go to Hyderabad because there is an infrastructure collapse, traffic jams. Whenever downpour happens, we have all roads blocked. Roads are not being maintained. We need to look into this, sir. We have to look into this, sir. Sir, as the premier civic body of Telangana state capital, GHMC is spread over 625 square kilometers area with over 1 crore inhabitants at present. However, for many areas now, the GHMC has been facing resource crunch since the government grants and compensation have been far less than what it has been expected from the government, sir. The result is that the GHMC actual budgetary expenditure have been hovering around rupees 4,000 crore in the last few years, as there has been huge shortfall in realizing the ambitious revenue targets, including the grants from the state government. Since 2018 and 19, the GHMC has been raising funds to meet its capital expenditure requirements. The GHMC has been virtually left to take care of itself, and it has to raise funds through municipal bonds and loans and financing and SRDP and other capital works. Thus, the GHMC is taking time to complete the construction of flyovers, road widening works, skyways, footover bridges, model market, Charminar pedestrianization project, and the other developmental works in the core city area of Hyderabad and Secunderabad due to resource crunch, sir. Sir, when I talk about this, sir, however, I think I need to come on record and thank the government and also Honorable Chief Minister Mr. Revant Reddy Saab for releasing 200 crores for the road widening of Old City, sir. I thank him very much for releasing that fund, sir. He has been kind enough in releasing that fund. So the 200 crores will be used and utilized only for the old proposed works, sir, which already where the roads were widened and the checks were not issued. But there are many pending roads which needs to be widened in Old City, sir. So I hope that the government would release more 300 crores for the road widening so that the Old City also comes up on par with new cities, sir. Old City, the real Pearl City, I would say. Pearl City, the real city. The Old City has been neglected, sir. I hope that this would be taken care. At the same time, I would like to thank the previous government and in particular Mr. K.T. Ramarao Sahab for bringing in the Aga Khan Foundation and completing the Quli Qutub Shah tombs work, which was inaugurated yesterday. And he was kind enough for giving the approval, and Aga Khan Foundation has accepted to take up the work of the Paiga tombs in Old City. So that was also represented, and my learned friend, the then K.T. Ramarao Sahib had agreed. So in this house, I think it is my responsibility that I thank the Aga Khan Foundation for taking up the Quli Qutub Shah work. I thank the Aga Khan Foundation for taking up the Quli Qutub Shah tombs work. And I thank them for also accepting our proposal of taking up the Paiga tombs, sir. And they have made it, the tombs, they have revived the glory, the lost glory, I would say, of the tombs once again. It's looking so beautiful. And also, through you, I request that we should pursue that. We get a World Heritage tag for the tombs, sir. If we succeed in getting that, it will bring in the tourism. It will bring in the tourism to our city of Hyderabad, sir. Sir, at the same time, Honorable Panel Speaker, sir, you might have heard and you are aware that कि मैं अपने जानिब से मुतालबा किया था उस वक्त की हुकूमत को और K.T. Ramarao साहब को भी कि शेख पेट से लेकर टूम्स तक, गोलकुंडा फोर्ट तक, लेट अस रन अ ट्रैम्प. टूरिस्ट इंप्रूव होगा और फिर वहां पर एक और जमीन है निजाम ट्रस्ट की, वो जमीन को निजाम ट्रस्ट से लेकर जो टूरिस्ट गोलकुंडा फोर्ट को देखने आ रहा है, हम उसको डेवलप कर सकते हैं। वहां पे एक लाड़ बाजार बक्के जैसा एक बाजार बना सकते हैं, सो दैट द टूरिस्ट कमिंग टू गोलकुंडा फोर्ट नीड नॉट गो टू लाड़ बाजार, दे गेट अ स्मॉल मिनी लाड़ बाजार इन दैट एरिया। गोलकुंडा फोर्ट के पास एक जमीन है, उसका भी प्रपोजल बना है, लैंड एक्विजिशन हो चुका है और कलेक्टर साहब के पास वो प्रपोजल है। मैं आपके जरिए मिनिस्टर साहब से मुतालबा करूंगा कि आप उसको भी देखकर एक अमाउंट सैंक्शन करके अगर उसका वर्क भी अगर शुरू कराते हैं तो इससे टूरिज्म डेवलप होगा। गोलकुंडा फोर्ट में कई टूरिस्ट आते हैं सर। So the allocation of rupees 182.38 crores made to DHMC in the state budget last year, but as per the note on demand and outcome budget MAUDD for the year 24-25, the actual release and expenditure was a big zero, sir. Big zero in 23-24 compared to the modest rupees 31.45 crores in the year 22-23, sir. In the current year's budget, the GHMC is allocated rupees 2,693.47 crores, which include rupees 2,654 crore assistance for the newly named Hyderabad City Innovative and Transformation Infrastructure, HCity. The Hyderabad Metro Water Sewerage Service Board also faced a similar fate, as the allocation of rupees 1,961 crore and the actual expenditure of rupees 331.25 crore in 23-24 as against actual expenditure of rupees 1,925 crores in the year 22-23, sir. Sir, HMDA was allocated, Hyderabad Metro Water Works has been allotted rupees 3,395. HMDA was allocated rupees 210 crore and actual expenditure was 350 crores in the year 23-24. The allocation for HMDA in the current year is 710 crores, sir. The Hyderabad Metro Rail was allocated rupees 2,427 crore, but the actual expenditure was rupees 988 crore in 23-24 as against 2,377 crores in 22-23, sir. Sir, when I talk about Hyderabad Metro, sir, through you, I would like to request the government. Sir, there is the road widening which needs to be taken up before the commencement of the old city corridor. So, sir, my humble submission through you to the government is कि वो मेट्रो का काम पटरियां डालने का हो या डब्बे बनाने का काम हो, वो जभी भी होगा, at least we can take up the road widening work. Let us initiate the road widening and do the road widening that is required for this corridor, sir. Sir, in the current budget, HMRL is allocated rupees 1,150 crores, including rupees 500 crores each for HMRL and Old City and 100 crores for airport connectivity and 50 crores for MMTS phase 2, sir. Sir, when we talk about MMTS, sir, MMTS के ताल्लुक से भी मैं कहूंगा कि लॉन्ग टाइम डिमांड है हमारा, ओल्ड सिटी में भी MMTS का एक लाइन जाती है, उसको डबल करने के लिए मुतालबा कर रहे थे। तो मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत से मुतालबा करूंगा कि उसको स्टडी करिए, एक सिंगल लाइन है उसको डबल करिए, तो उससे होगा ये कि ट्रैफिक और लोगों को और सहूलत होगी। जब तक कि मेट्रो आती है आएगी, एक और एक लाइन ओल्ड सिटी में MMTS की भी आ जाएगी। फॉर मूसी रिवरफ्रंट डेवलपमेंट बजट एलोकेशन of rupees 200 crores was made and the actual expenditure is rupees 11.16 crores in the year 23-24, but surprisingly the expenditure in 22-23 is stated to be rupees 200 crores on page number 102 of outcome budget 24-25. 200 crore 24-25, sir, ho chuke hain keh rahe hain. In the current year, the allocation for Moosi Riverfront development is rupees 1,500 crore. For the Khuli Qutub Shah Urban Development Authority was allocated rupees 12 crore and actual expenditure was rupees 10.57 crores in 22-23 as against rupees 11.45 crores in the year 22-23. The Khuli Qutub Shah Urban Development Authority is allocated rupees 13.37 crores in the current year, which is just enough for payment of staff salaries and allowances, sir. Sir, मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूं कि खुली कुतुब शाह अर्बन डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी का क़याम कांग्रेस के दौर में जब अंजया साहब चीफ मिनिस्टर थे उस वक्त किया गया था। और उसका मकसद क्या था? उसका मकसद यह था कि पुराने शहर को डेवलप किया जाए, लेकिन पुराने शहर की डेवलपमेंट तो रुकी हुई है और खुली कुतुब शाह अर्बन डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी को मुकम्मल नाकारा बना दिया गया है। मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत से मुतालबा करूंगा कि पुराने शहर की तरक्की के लिए खुली कुतुब शाह अर्बन डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी को आप मजबूत कीजिए, उसको पैसा दीजिए। चार मीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन का प्रोजेक्ट खुली कुतुब शाह को दीजिए। आप लाड़ बाजार का जो फसाड का जो काम है बनाने का, वो आप जो है सो कुली कुतुब शाह को दे सकते हैं। और टूरिस्ट जो चार मीनार को देखने आ रहा है, वहां चार मीनार बस स्टैंड के पास एक पार्किंग लॉट को बनाना है, वो पार्किंग लॉट के काम को आप एक पीपीपी मोड पर दे सकते हैं। और खिलवत के पास भी पार्किंग का एक जगह है, पुराना पेंशन पेमेंट का ऑफिस था, वो खाली हुआ, उस पर भी काम होना है। फिर हमने चौक मुर्गी के पास, वहां पे उसको मुर्गी चौक को डिमोलिश करके नई बिल्डिंग बनाने का हमने एक जियो हासिल किया था, मंजूरी हासिल की थी, लेकिन वो काम भी रुका हुआ है। आप फिर नए पुल पे 2 ब्रिजेस डालकर चार मीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन के जितने हॉकर्स हैं उनको रिहैबिलिटेट करिए। आप नए पुल के सामने 2 ब्रिजेस, सालारजंग म्यूजियम के सामने एक ब्रिज डालिए, ताकि उनके लाइवलीहुड्स उनके मुतासर नहीं होना, और वो सारे के सारे हॉकर्स वो ब्रिज पर आ जा सकते हैं, और चार मीनार को पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन का एक अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट, कामयाब प्रोजेक्ट हम बना सकते हैं, जिसके टूरिस्ट आएगा। सर, देयर इज लॉट ऑफ टूरिस्ट, 10-10, 20-20 हजार लोग एक दिन में आते हैं चार मीनार को देखने के लिए, लेकिन अफसोस कि आने वाले टूरिस्ट को टॉयलेट को जाने के लिए टॉयलेट्स भी सही नहीं है। सर, इट इज सैड एंड इट ब्रिंग्स अ बैड नेम टू द सिटी। वी हैव बीन कंटिन्यूअसली डिमांडिंग टॉयलेट। जब हम डिमांड करें, डब्बे लाकर रख दिए तो कोई सफाई वाला नहीं था। सर, वी हैव टू गिव द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टू द people who would be responsible of cleaning the toilets, sir. It is very sad that the tourists come and they always complain, sir. तो मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि मैंने जो बातें उठाई हैं इस पर आप तवज्जो देंगे। मूसी रिवर डेवलपमेंट के लिए हमारी पार्टी पूरा ताउन करेगी हुकूमत से, क्योंकि हम भी चाहते हैं कि मूसी डेवलप हो, मूसी साफ हो और मूसी से गंदगी खत्म हो, और वहां पर मूसी के खूबसूरती के जरिए नए रोजगार के मौके पुराने शहर के लोगों को मिले और पुराने शहर में तरक्की आए। इसके लिए हम अपनी जानिब से मुकम्मल ताउन करेंगे, लेकिन ये जरूर कहूंगा कि सबसे पहले जो जरूरी चीज है, यू नीड टू फिक्स द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ मूसी। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। अप टिल नाउ द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ मूसी हैज नॉट बीन फिक्स्ड। प्लीज फिक्स द बाउंड्रीज first and then see what needs to be demolished, how many structures are coming in that project, and what is the proposal of compensation for those people. Then we can proceed further ahead, sir. Sir, GHMC is not getting its due share from the state government towards non-plan and plan grants, property tax on state property, share of motor vehicle tax, VAT and other assigned revenues such as professional tax, sir. Sir, this is very important. I have been screaming, shouting and saying, sir, GHMC का rightful share है, और वो rightful share क्या है कि आप towards non-plan and plan grants, property tax on state properties, GHMC को नहीं आ रहा है, share of motor vehicle tax, GHMC को नहीं आ रहा है, VAT नहीं आ रहा है, and the other assigned revenues such as professional tax भी GHMC को नहीं आ रहा है। ये GHMC का जो पैसा है GHMC को दीजिए, आप देंगे तो GHMC मजबूत होगा। So GHMC own tax revenues are not enough to fund its establishment expenditure and the maintenance of civic amenities under this jurisdiction, sir. Sir, when I talk about GHMC, sir, through you I would like to bring to the notice of the government a very important, sir. You have been very kind enough of taking up and announcing that LRS would be taken up in phased manner. Sir, GHMC area में BRS है, Building Regularization Scheme, which has been pending from years, sir. We need to pursue the case, sir. If we pursue the case and get an order, one-time settlement can be asked, and if the court permits, then we can settle it for one time and then have strict rules and regulation where we do not allow any illegal structure coming up, sir. एक वक्त क्लियर कर देंगे और फाइन डालिए, बड़ा फाइन डालिए सर, और जो पैसे भरता है उनके बिल्डिंग्स को रेगुलराइज करिए। आई एम श्योर विद दैट मोर देन some 10,000 crores will come to GHMC, sir. ये करिएगा काम, मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर। Sir, also a note on demand on MAUD DD for 24-25 points out, and I quote, the government has instructed HMR to immediately take up the works for metro connectivity in Old City. It is estimated that the completion of the 7.5 kilometer stretch MGBS to Chandrayana-Gutta in Old City needs rupees 2,675 crore, of which 800 crores for creation of right of way sir land acquisition. तो मैं ये लैंड एक्विजिशन का जो मसला है इसको लेने के लिए आपसे अदबन दरखास्त करूंगा। एंड साथ ही साथ लास्टली जब जीएचएमसी की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, जीएचएमसी में ट्रैफिक के बारे में मैंने आपसे बात की है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ ये भी कहूंगा कि हैदराबाद सिटी में पोल्यूशन लेवल्स भी बढ़ रहे हैं, पोल्यूशन लेवल्स भी बढ़ रहे हैं। वी नीड टू टैकल द साउंड एंड एयर पोल्यूशन ऑल्सो सर. We need to see that we bring down the pollution level, sir. We shouldn't wake up like how the people of Delhi are facing the problem. We shouldn't wake up then. बॉम्बे में आप देखिए पोल्यूशन का मसला आ रहा है, तो हैदराबाद में भी पोल्यूशन बढ़ रहा है। इसको अभी से हम टैकल करेंगे तो कई जानों को, कई लंग्स को हम बचा सकते हैं। एंड वी नीड टू क्रिएट अ ग्रीन एरिया, सर, green area with the same thing, sir. I would like to request, sir, many organizations have come up and they were demanding that this Chiran Palace में जिसको कासो बमान रेड्डी पार्क का नाम दिया गया है, वहां पे फ्लाईओवर्स आ रहे हैं, रोड्स ले रहे हैं पार्क के अंदर से। I request us kindly to look into that, have a relook into that. That is only the green space in Hyderabad city, very big green space. We should not pollute that green space. I hope that the government will make a note and call for a meeting of experts and do justice to the green area of Chiran Palace, sir. Sir, administrative and justice, sir, the lower judiciary and state comprise civil courts, criminal courts, special courts, etc. But there are a large number of vacancies in these courts. I request the government to ensure that all the vacant posts of magistrate, civil judges, and other rank of judicial officers are filled up, so that these courts function without any hassle and the cases are disposed of at a good speed, sir. जब मैं ये बात कर रहा हूं तो मैं ये भी आपके जरिए मुतालबा करूंगा कि मुसलमानों को भी उनका ड्यू शेयर दिया जाए, इसमें ड्यू शेयर दिया जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि आज हम देखते हैं कि कोर्ट्स में उसमें मुसलमान नहीं है। मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आपकी हुकूमत मुसलमानों के साथ इंसाफ करेगी और उनको भी जुडिशरी में और दूसरे जगहों पे उनको भी उनका हक देगी, सर. Sir, 7th is a state legislature, 8 is industries and commerce, sir. TS Prime, sir, I have been demanding for a TS Prime for minority and entrepreneurs. I may recall that soon after the formation of Telangana state in 2014, the government announced industrial incentive scheme, T-IDEA, for the general category of entrepreneurs, and T-Pride Telangana state program for rapid incubation of Dalit entrepreneurs, sir. Responding to my demand, the then Chief Minister KCR Saab had announced T-Prime Telangana state program for rapid incubation for minority entrepreneurs, sir. But it never took off. Sir, तो मैं आपसे उम्मीद करूंगा कि आप इस ताल्लुक से भी गौर करेंगे और मुसलमानों के लिए भी, माइनॉरिटीज के लिए भी ये आप टीएस प्राइम का आगाज करेंगे. Formation, information technology and electronics are 9. The state has set up T-Hub and V-Hub for promoting the young entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs. I would request the IT Minister Sridhar Babu Saab to set up T-Hub and V-Hub units in southern part of Hyderabad adjoining the old city, sir. An ID tower with an estimate of 1,030 crore in public-private partnership mode has been approved on 10.35 acres land behind L&T Mall at Malakpet in the southern part of Hyderabad on the representation of MIM. I hope that you would look into this, call for a meeting and see that this was also taken up. At the same time, sir, with this, there was also an announcement made for IT tower, one more IT tower at Maheshwaram, the land which belongs to the Waqf board. I hope that the IT minister will call for a meeting and look into this also. अगर और एक महेश्वरम में एक आईटी टावर आता है तो पुराने शहर के लोगों को और रोजगार मिलेगा, नौजवान बच्चों को और रोजगार का मौका मिलेगा. Sir, commercial tax and administration, the VAT collections from petroleum product, gas, diesel and petrol aggregated to rupees 29,989.45 crore in the last financial year 23-24, and the target for the current year is rupees 33,449.21 crore. Frequently, Telangana ministers have been blaming the central government for the huge increase in central levies on gas, petrol and diesel prices and seeking a rollback on such high levies. On the other hand, the BJP ministers and leaders from the states have been asking the state government to reduce the VAT on petroleum products, sir. Even as a Congress and BJP leader cross swords on the taxes levied by the central and state government and the petroleum products, the people are suffering the huge burden not only due to these higher prices, but the rise in prices of all commodities due to higher transport charges, sir. As we know, the inflation, महंगाई, तरकारी, चावल, सब महंगा होते जा रहा है, sir. तो ये कीमतों पे भी हमको कंट्रोल करना है और सब महंगा हो रहा है इस वजह से कि पेट्रोल और डीजल और ये गैस महंगी होती जा रही है, sir. So going now to the excise administration, state excise, the big source of revenues to the state government, accounting for actual receipt of rupees 18,470 crores in the year 22-23 and rupees 20,299 crores in the year 23-24. The target for excise receipt is rupees 25,618 crores in the current year budget. Also liquor contribution, a big chunk of value-added tax collection in the state. According to reports of both Telangana and AP are competing for number one slot as the state with highest consumption of liquor, leaving Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra and Bihar and even the southern neighbors far behind. Sir, I would suggest that the name of the department as a prohibition and excise department is a, that doesn't go with this, sir. Prohibition, ये नाम इसके साथ नहीं जाता है. It should be renamed as excise department by dropping the prohibition from the long name, sir. Let us drop that prohibition, sir. Prohibition हो रहे का सब जब इतना ज्यादा 20,000 करोड़ तक पी रहे हैं लोग पी रहे हैं और उसके बाद में प्रोहिबिशन एंड एक्साइज कैसा हो सकता है. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि मिनिस्टर साहब इसको रीनेम करेंगे, प्रोहिबिशन एंड एक्साइज डिपार्टमेंट का नाम को रीनेम करेंगे और एक्साइज डिपार्टमेंट एक ही नाम दे दीजिए, सर, बिकॉज प्रोहिबिशन तो नजर ही नहीं आ रहा है. सर, इट वॉज ड्यूरिंग द अर्लियर कांग्रेस रिजीम of Kotla Vijayabhaskar Reddy in 1993. The anti-liquor and anti-Arak movement was started by a woman in Dubagunta in Nellore district, in United Andhra Pradesh, forcing the government to impose a ban on Arak. Subsequently, the TDP government of NTR imposed total prohibition and later Chandrababu Naidu relaxed prohibition on both Arak and liquor. Prohibition has become a taboo word now as every ruling party seems to love to promote liquor consumption to rake in huge revenues without caring for the health of the people and well-being of the society, sir. Even while promoting the liquor consumption, the government earlier used to take up publicity campaign for prohibition, and even this token commitment for prohibition is totally missing now. पहले ऐसा होता था साहब के ये डिपार्टमेंट से शराब तो बेची जा रही थी जरूर, लेकिन प्रोहिबिशन शराब नहीं पियो, शराब पीने से ये नुकसान है, शराब पीने से ये होता है कह के कुछ पब्लिसिटी होती थी, लेकिन आज वो तो दिखाई नहीं दे रही है. तो कुछ अमाउंट साहब इसमें से निकाल कर ये कैंपेनिंग पर भी लगाइए, मेरी आपसे ये दरखास्त है. सर, आई रिक्वेस्ट द गवर्नमेंट टू वर्क टुवर्ड्स अचीविंग द Gandhian goal of total prohibition. My party demands that the state should have a total prohibition, sir. और उसकी वजह यह है कि पीकर औरतों को मारा जाता है, पीटा जाता है और जुल्म व ज्यादती होती है और नशे के आलम में बहुत सारे गलत काम होते हैं. Sir, coming to the home department, sir, department has been given an allocation of rupees 9,563 crores in the current year as against the allocation of rupees 9,599 crores in the year 23-24 budget. During the debate on the state budget, both the CM Saab and Bhatti Saab patted themselves for the law and order situation and asserted that the crime were controlled after the Congress came to power. However, there is a sudden spurt in murders and other crimes in the twin cities as well as other parts of the state. In the recent weeks, many daylight murders have taken place on busy places in the twin cities and elsewhere in the state. The case of crime against women are also on the increase in the state capital as well as other parts of the state. Sir, before going into that, myself and my learned friend Harish Rao Sahib had spoken about the murders and the government gave a reply. और उसके बाद में कल ही शहर हैदराबाद में 3 कत्ल हुए. तो आप बताइए लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कहां है? ऐसा दिख रहा है सर कि when I say that task force was formed to keep the criminals under control, keep a watch over the criminal activities, and for the तेजी के साथ क्रिमिनल्स को पकड़ने के लिए टास्क फोर्स की तश्कील दी गई थी। लेकिन अब टास्क फोर्स क्या काम कर रही है? टास्क फोर्स रात होते ही डंडे निकल के मार रही है। एंड सर, आई हैव द फिगर, सर, आई हैव द फिगर्स नाउ विद मी, व्हिच आई विल से इज दैट कितने कत्ल हुए, कितने लोग मरे हैं रातों में। टास्क फोर्स क्रिमिनल्स को मारने के लिए थी, टास्क फोर्स मासूम सिटीजन्स को मारने के लिए नहीं है। और टास्क फोर्स का काम क्रिमिनल्स को पकड़ना है, लेकिन टास्क फोर्स रात के अंधेरे में जा रही है, मार रही है, जा रही है, मार रही है। रात में पुलिस लोगों को सुलाने में इतना मसरूफ है, इतना मसरूफ है कि दिन में सो रही है और दिन में कत्ल हो रहे हैं। यही हो गया। रात भर इतना थक जा रही बेचारी हमारी पुलिस, सो जाओ सो जाओ सो जाओ सो जाओ बोलने में खुद जाग रहे हैं और दिन में खुद सो रहे हैं और कत्ल दिन में हो रहे हैं। आप बताइए साहब, क्या मुझे हक नहीं है अपने घर के बाहर खड़े रहने का? क्या मैं अपने घर वालों की बीमारी पर जाकर दवा नहीं ला सकता? क्या मेरी जरूरत के लिए मैं नहीं जा सकता? क्या मैं आईटी के एम्प्लॉयज, मासूम लोगों को भी मारा जा रहा है और फिर पुलिस पहले फ्रेंडली थी। आई हैव द वीडियोज इन विच दे आर सेइंग नो मोर फ्रेंडली पुलिस। तो क्या जालिम पुलिस है? जुल्म करने वाली है? गांजा आ रहा है, खामोश। ड्रग्स आ रहे हैं, खामोश। जुआ हो रहा है, खामोश। सट्टा चल रहा है, खामोश। अरे हर पुलिस स्टेशन को मामूल है। मैं कह रहा हूं, खुल के, किसी से डरता नहीं हूं, खुल के कह रहा हूं, हर पुलिस स्टेशन को मामूल है। ऑनरेबल पैनल स्पीकर सर, आई वुड लाइक टू कम ऑन रिकॉर्ड एंड से दैट one ACP rank calls me up and he says, अकबर साहब, आपके एरिया में पुलिस स्टेशन बनाने के लिए आप जरा कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करिए, मदद करिए। I was very open to my said, मैं कंट्रीब्यूट? क्या तुम्हारे पास जो मामूल आ रहा कम हो गया, खत्म हो गया, उससे नहीं बना सकते? घरा बनाने के बजाय पुलिस स्टेशन बनाओ। सर, what is this you tell me, sir? Honorable panel speaker, sir, the government needs to look into this. मासूम आदमी घर के बाहर खड़ा है, मार रहे हैं। अरे आप क्रिमिनल्स को मारो, गांजा लाने वाले को मारो, आप वो सट्टा करने वाले को मारो, वो रेप करने वाले को मारो। काचीगुड़े पे रेप हुआ, कैसा रेप हुआ? बच्ची के साथ गांजा पिलाकर, नशा करके उसका रेप किया गया। ये लॉ एंड ऑर्डर है। आप बताइए कि सर, ओवरऑल क्राइम रेट इन तेलंगाना इज इंक्रीज by nearly 9% in 2023 compared to the previous year, sir. The total of 2.13 lakh cases were registered by the police during the year 2023 year, up to 8.97% compared to the last year, while 16,339 cyber crime cases booked in 2023 as against 13,895 last year, sir, which is an increase of 17.59%. Minister साहब बोले कि नहीं, increase नहीं हुआ. I am giving the data, sir. So loss of property to theft was a tune of 151.78 crore. In a significant development, 53.82% of loot was recovered, much better than the 50% recovery rate in the year 2022. So there has been a decline in road accidents from 6,432 cases in 22 to 6,362 cases in the year 23, sir. So with regard to conviction, while the overall conviction rate was 41% in 23, life conviction increased by 39% from 168 in 22 to 232 cases in 2023, sir. Sir, a comparative statement of crime in 2023, year as against 2022, showed that there were more cases of murder, for gains, dacoity, burglaries, murdering, rioting, kidnap, abduction, hurt cases, and cheating cases, rapes were 9 cases, sir, robberies by 6 cases, significant drop of about 23 was culpable homicide, sir. Crime against women in the state rose by 5% over the last year, 2022, over 50% crime against women as a dowry, sir. Sir, ये crime बढ़ रहा है, औरतों पे मजालिम बढ़ रहे हैं, law and order वो हो रहा है, लेकिन हमारी पुलिस, और sir, yesterday I went, मेरे घर से निकल के मैं 11 बजे I had to go attend one marriage. I went, sir. 10:30 बजे ओल्ड सिटी में लाठियां बरसाते हैं. पुलिस कमिश्नर्स ऑफिस के सामने नीलोफर होटल और वो शराब की दुकान पूरी जबरदस्त. मैं दावत से जाकर आने के बाद भी 12 बजे तक खुला है. कमिश्नर साहब की आंख बंद है या फिर कमिश्नर साहब के ऑफिस में, वो पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के ऑफिस में जो भी डिग्निटरीज बड़े आते हैं तो पूरी चाय, स्नैक्स और बॉटल्स पूरे वहां से आ रहे बोल के बंद नहीं कर रहे उनको, और गरीब को बंद करते हैं, मारते हैं, पीटते हैं। आपकी आंख के सामने दुकानें खुल रहे हैं और आपको दिखाई नहीं देता, लेकिन पुराने शहर के गरीब लोग घर से बाहर निकलते हैं, आईटी में, कॉल सेंटर से घर को वापिस आ रहे हैं तो मार रहे हैं, पीट रहे हैं। यह क्या जुल्म है बताइए आप। मैं आज ये बात कह रहा हूं और ये भी बात कह रहा हूं पैनल स्पीकर साहब, अगर हरीश राव साहब भी मेरे साथ आना चाहते हैं, मैं अपनी तरफ से एक PIL डालने वाला हूं हाई कोर्ट में, पुलिस के खिलाफ, उनकी जुल्म और नाइंसाफी के खिलाफ, अगर ये बंद नहीं होगा। इफ आई गो टू द कोर्ट, द कोर्ट इज गोइंग टू क्वेश्चन मी एंड आस्क मी, यू आर अ लेजिस्लेचर, यू आर अ फ्लोर लीडर ऑफ योर पार्टी, यू आर अ सीनियर लेजिस्लेटर, why have you not spoken in the house about this issue? Why have you not brought to the notice of the government? So I have done my duty. If still the government is not going to act upon the atrocities, the negligence and the failure of the police and correct themselves, then I will be forced to go to the court. I'll be forced to go to the court. It's the failure. I'm going to go to the court. और ये हैदराबाद का नाम, हैदराबाद का ब्रांड को खराब कर रहे हैं। और मारना पीटना क्या है साहब? आप एक कसूरवार को फांसी पे लटकाइए, आप मार नहीं सकते। आप लाठी उठा के मार रहे हैं, आप घर में घुस के मार रहे हैं। आप क्या आपके किसी MLA या किसी मिनिस्टर के बच्चे को अगर पुलिस की लाठी लगेगी तो क्या आप और हम खामोश बैठेंगे? वो गरीब के बच्चे को मारा जा रहा है, पीटा जा रहा है। वो गरीब का बच्चा मेरा बच्चा है। मैं कह रहा हूं अगर पुराने शहर में पुलिस आएगी तो अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी ठहरेगा हॉल सिटी के गलियों में 11 बजे के बाद। देखता हूं किसकी हिम्मत है, किसको मारते हैं। ठीक है, जो भी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का मसला पैदा होता उसकी जिम्मेदार हम नहीं रहेंगे, हुकूमत रहेगी, हुकूमत रहेगी। हम गांजा बंद करो कह रहे हैं, शराब बंद करो, मुजरिमीन को जेल में डालो हम कह रहे हैं, मासूमों को नहीं मारो, मासूमों को नहीं मारो। मासूम को मार रहे हैं। गांजा कहां से आ रहा पुलिस को नहीं मालूम, सब मालूम। शराब कहां से आ रही नहीं मालूम, सब मालूम। सट्टा कहां हो रहा नहीं मालूम, मालूम, सब मालूम। पुलिस बंद करना चाहती है तो एक दिन में बंद कर सकती है, नहीं बंद करना चाह रही, इस वास्ते आ रहा है। ब्राउन शुगर, व्हाइट शुगर सब आ रहा है। मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि हुकूमत पुलिस को इंस्ट्रक्शंस देगी और मासूम लोगों को मारने पीटने से रोकेगी। सर, द ओवरऑल क्राइम रेट। अरे आप बैठ जाओ आप लोग बैठ जाइए, जरूरत नहीं है, बोलने दीजिए। मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूं, आप लोग नहीं समझ रहे मेरी बात को। GHMC का इलेक्शन है, पुलिस की नाराजगी होगी। शहर में पहले आपकी तादाद कम है, मजबूर हो रहे हैं यहां से लेने के लिए, है तो कुछ नहीं है, अब उसके बाद भी कुछ नहीं होगा। इसलिए कह रहा हूं, करेक्ट करने के लिए बोल रहा हूं। करेक्ट नहीं करना चाहते तो ना करें। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के वक्त हुकूमत को पता चलेगा कि क्या होगा पता चलेगा। अरे जो नाइंसाफी हो रही है उस नाइंसाफी पे आवाज उठाना हमारा काम है, हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। हम खामोश बैठने के लिए नहीं आए। आपके जैसा एक मर्तबा आए, दूसरी मर्तबा नहीं आए, तीसरी मर्तबा आए, चौथी मर्तबा नहीं है, 6 मर्तबा बार आया हूं। इस वजह से आया हूं कि बेबाक हूं और किसी से डरता नहीं हूं और अपनी बात को बयान करता हूं। कोई किसी की मजाल नहीं कि हमारी बात को रोके। ओवरऑल क्राइम रेट ऑफ इंक्रीज by 2% in 2023 when compared to 22 according to Hyderabad Commissionerate annual roundup report of 2023 sir. Or total of 24,821 cases have been registered. Sir, पूरे डिटेल्स है मेरे पास। मैं ये बात कहूंगा कि एक महीने में in this month sir, honorable panel speaker sir, 25 murders हुए। मैं 10 साल का भी फिगर दिया, अंग्रेजी नहीं आती आपको तो मैं क्या करूंगा। अब आप समझने नहीं तो मैं क्या करूं। आपके मिनिस्टर्स भी नहीं समझते मेरे फिगर्स को, आप लोग भी नहीं समझ रहे तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूं। सर, मैं नहीं पढ़ा हुआ हूं, मैं तो कल बोला मैं नहीं पढ़ा हुआ हूं, बोला मैं नहीं पढ़ा हुआ हूं, बोला साहब मैं कहां पढ़ा हुआ हूं। देखिए सर, हमारे को लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को अच्छे से अच्छा करना है। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के जरिए क्रिमिनल्स को हमको रोकना है, गांजे को रोकना है, ड्रग्स को रोकना है, सट्टे को रोकना है, गैमलिंग को रोकना है, मर्डरर्स को रोकना है, और सिटी में जो यंगस्टर्स हमारे जो ड्रग्स के तरफ जा रहे हैं, इसको रोकना जरूरी है सर। और ये बात इसलिए कह रहा हूं मैं क्योंकि ये बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। एंड ऑनरेबल पैनल स्पीकर सर, there is one more very important issue which I needs to bring to the kind notice. So this is about the new criminal laws. So the new criminal laws were passed in the parliament without being discussed. And many police officers are unaware of these new criminal laws. We need to have training classes, or we need to move a resolution stating that the state of Telangana is not going to accept this new criminal laws. This is very important, sir. Sir, भारतीय न्याय संहिता, भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता, and भारतीय शिक्षा अधिनियम, which replaces the British era Indian Penal Code of Criminal Procedure and Indian Evidence Act, sir. They introduced zero FIR mandate, videography, and define terrorism, but face criticism for expanded police powers and vague offenses, sir. So concern exists over potential misuse and threat to fundamental rights due to the removal of legal aid provision. On implementation of new criminal laws, the AIMIM party has been opposing the law from the beginning. The bill was passed without any discussion, sir. So under the legislation, a threat to civil liberties and right of the people, and these give sweeping powers to the police to take action against anyone. That everyone, freedom was at stake, as anyone can be a victim of the new law without any evidence. The laws will be a threat to Muslim, Dalits and Adivasis of the country. 30% of prisoners across the country and 33% of those in Uttar Pradesh alone are Muslims. The AIMIM party requests the government to move a resolution in this August House against these three criminal laws, sir. I hope that my friends in the opposition will also support the resolution. And नहीं, यहां पे सपोर्ट करने के लिए बोल रहा हूं साहब। अब यहां करेंगे मुझे उम्मीद है, अब यहां करेंगे मुझे उम्मीद है। There are over 10 lakhs, sir, labor and employment. Sir, there are 10 lakhs jobless youth registered with the employment exchange in the state. Also, another 30 lakhs educated youth have registered themselves with the Telangana State Public Service Commission as part of one-time e-registration facility. I would request the government to furnish the details of number of jobless youth in the state registered with the employment exchange and TSPSC website, sir. Telangana Overseas Manpower Company is non-functional. I may recall that the government has started Telangana Overseas Manpower Company in the year 2015 to facilitate the recruitment of state youth for jobs in the Gulf countries, sir. And also the returnees of Gulf were said that their problems will be taken care, but that has also not been attended, sir. Sir, coming to the Transport and Administration Department, sir, the Transport Department brings a lot of revenue to the state through the motor vehicle taxes. 23-24, the MV tax collection fetched revenues of 6,990 crore to the state exchequer, and the revenues targeted in the current year has been fixed at 8,478 crore, sir. The outcome budget of Transport Administration for 2024-25 reveals that the collection came to rupees 1,594 crore in the first 3 months of the financial year. The state has 1.66 crore motor vehicles, including cars and two-wheelers, as on 30th June this year, and lakh of new vehicles were added every year, sir. In the year 23-24 financial year, 12.23 lakh new vehicles were registered and 5.24 lakh driving licenses were issued. The Transport Department has to focus to improve citizen services and initiate by opening more centers for vehicle inspection and certification, more pollution testing stations, more driving test tracks, and better road safety measures, sir. Sir, when I talk about TSRTC, sir, TSRTC currently operates total fleet of 9,139 buses and transport 54.19 lakh passengers every day, from 9,139 buses to 2,724 hire buses and 6,415 are RTC owned buses, sir. So TSRTC Greater Hyderabad transport between 9 lakhs to 12 lakh passengers a day. In March, this is a daily average of approximately 10 lakh passengers use the buses to reach their destination, sir. Though Hyderabad's minimum requirement is 6,000 buses, the city has only 2,850 buses, which is much more lower than the southern metro cities like Bengaluru, which has double the number of 6,812 buses. Chennai has fleet of 5,448 buses, sir. In the year 2014, there were 4,000 city buses and 200 mini buses running in the city for effective functioning, but now only 2,850 city buses and cancelled all mini buses, sir. सर मिनी बसेस किरण कुमार रेड्डी के दौर में हमने मुतालबा किया था और उनसे लाया था, जैसा कि मैंने कल कहा कि दोस्तों से भी हमने काम लिया, दुश्मनों से भी काम लेना आता है, तो हमने किरण कुमार रेड्डी के जरिए काम लिया था, मिनी बसेस लाए थे और मिनी बसेस पूरे बंद हो गए। मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि पुराने शहर के छोटी तंग गलियों में मिनी बसेस को लाएंगे। देयर सर एज पर रूल व्हीकल्स that are 15 years or more are prohibited from plying in the city, sir. तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि ये आप पुराने शहर में बसेस को लाने के लिए भी आप इसमें काम करेंगे और बहुत सारी बातें मिनिस्टर साहब हमारे सिटी के इंचार्ज है, तो मैं आपसे मिलकर सारी तफसीलात देते हुए दूसरे सब्जेक्ट पे जाना चाहूंगा। Backward classes welfare, sir, as I pointed out in the debate of the state budget, sir, the BCs including among minorities constitute 50% of the state population, sir. BCs का पॉपुलेशन 50% है, लेकिन जो एलोकेशन BCs को दिया गया है वो 9,200 करोड़ का है। This is a gross injustice to them, even as 22 cooperative societies, federation and cooperative societies, corporation are functioning for different BC caste in the state. Out of the 13 BC corporation and federation which existed for many years, 10 corporation and federation did not disburse a single rupee, sir. Sir, 10 कॉर्पोरेशन और फेडरेशन से एक पैसा नहीं दिया गया। प्रीवियस 2 फाइनेंशियल ईयर में ओनली द वॉशरमैन फेडरेशन, नई ब्राह्मण फेडरेशन disbursed amount totaling to 84 crores in 22-23 and 23-24 together. Sir, only the Padmashali were provided assistance of rupees 600 crore, including 310 crores in 22-23 and 290 in 24-25. The 8 corporation for different BC caste and special welfare board EBC formed by Congress government are yet to commence their disbursement program, sir. Only out of allocation of 9,200 crore for BC welfare in current budget, only rupees 2,821 crore are earmarked for corporation and federation for different BC castes, sir. सिर्फ 2,821 करोड़ रुपया दिया गया है, एनमार्क किया गया है कॉर्पोरेशंस और फेडरेशंस को। क्या ये बीसीस के लिए नाइंसाफी नहीं है? क्या ये बीसीस के साथ मैं कहूंगा कि जुल्म है कि बीसीस का हक है? बीसीस 50% से ज्यादा है, लेकिन आप देखिए कि सिर्फ 9,200 और उसमें से भी 2,821 करोड़ दिया जाता है। तो मैं हुकूमत से मुतालबा करूंगा कि बीसीस को उनके आबादी के हिसाब से उनको स्टेट बजट में शेयर दिया जाना चाहिए, यह मेरा मुतालबा है। बीसीस और आपने बीसी डिक्लेरेशन की बात की थी और वो भी नहीं आया, मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि वो भी करेंगे। द रिमेनिंग एलोकेशन ऑफ 6,379 करोड़ is meant for scholarship, study circle, government hostel, construction building, Kalyana Lakshmi and Mahatma Jyoti Phule, Telangana BC residential education institution and societies, sir. Sir, if I have to go, Telangana BC Cooperative Finance Corporation, sir, 1,639, ये कब से कह रहा हूं सर मैं, from the year 2014 से लेकर 23, 8 years में, in 8 years, sir, TSBC Cooperative Finance Corporation budget allocated 1,639, expenditure only 230.09, that is 14%. 14%. ये 8 साल में, नहीं साहब ये 8 साल में इस तरीके से नाइंसाफी की गई। TS तेलंगाना मोस्ट BC डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन सर बजट allocated 3,305 expenditure, Honorable Speaker, sir, suniye, the expenditure is only 7.09 crore. 7.09 crore. Telangana Washerman Cooperative Society Federation, budget allocated 451, expenditure 31.28 crores. Construction of Dhobi Ghats, budget allocated 177.3, expenditure only 14.85. Telangana Nai Brahman Cooperative Society Federation, budget allocation 563, expenditure 38.19, 6.78%. 6.78%. Telangana Toddy Toppers Cooperative Finance Corporation, budget allocation 131, expenditure only 18.79 crore, that is 14.31%. Telangana Videra Cooperative Society Federation, budget allocation 67.28, expenditure only 17.48, that is 25.98%, sir. Telangana Sagara Upara Co-op Society Federation, allocation 31.84 and expenditure 4.43, percentage 13.91. Telangana Valmiki Boya Cooperative Society Federation, allocation 32.96, expenditure 5.98, 18.14%. Telangana Krishna Balaji Poshala Cooperative Society Federation, allocation 23.9, spend 5.34, 23.13%. Telangana Bhattaraja Cooperative Society Federation, allocation 15.3, expenditure only 95 lakhs, 6.21%. Telangana Kumari Shalivahana Cooperative Society Federation, allocation 58.79, expenditure 12.7, that is 20.53%, sir. Telangana Madara Finance Corporation, budget allocated 21.8, expenditure 4.09, 18.76%. Telangana Vishwa Brahmin Co-op Society Corporation, allocation 89.11, expenditure 26.94, 30.23%, sir. The total budget allocation in 8 years, starting from 2014 to the year 2022 and 23, 6,607.48, and the total expenditure, Honorable Speaker, sir, 417.57%, that is 6.32%. 6.32%. And this is the reason why they have come from there to here. ये BCs के साथ नाइंसाफी, सर मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत से मुतालिबा करूं, कम से कम आप लोग BCs के साथ नाइंसाफी मत करिए। और मेरे BC भाइयों से कहना चाहता हूं कि वक्त आ गया है कि BCs को और मुसलमानों को और माइनॉरिटीज को, दलित्स को मिलकर एक नई ताकत बनना होगा, तो उसी वक्त BC और मुसलमानों के साथ होने वाली नाइंसाफी का हम जवाब दे सकते हैं। और BCs के लिए अगर कोई समझ रहा है कि कोई आवाज नहीं है, तो मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि आज से अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी मुसलमानों के साथ BCs की आवाज बनकर इस ऐवान में BCs और मुसलमानों के हक के लिए लड़ेगा, जिद्दोजहद करेगा और हुकूमत को मजबूर करेगा कि वो BCs के साथ इंसाफ करे, दलित के साथ इंसाफ करे, मुसलमानों के साथ इंसाफ करे। सर lastly sir, medical and health services, sir. So the budgetary allocation for medical and health care is 11,468 crores for the year 24-25 as per the budget speech, and rupees 10,996 crores according to the not on demand and outcome budget of medical and health department, and I do not know the reasons for this variation, sir. Sir, I do not know the reason, sir. अब जब मैं ये बात करता हूं ना साहब, इसका जवाब कोई नहीं देते हैं स्पीकर साहब, कोई भी नहीं देते, अनजान मार देते हैं। पॉलिटिकल बात रहती है तो आवाजें आती हैं। अरे भाई ये फिगर्स का जवाब दो ना मिनिस्टर देते हैं ना गवर्नमेंट्स देते हैं। Thus the allocation of medical and health in the current year saw a cutback of 589 crores compared to the previous year budgetary allocation of 11,585 crores. The actual expenditure in 23-24 worked out to 9,522 crores compared to rupees 7,985 crores in 22-23. The national health policy stipulates that 8% of the state budget should be allocated to health department. As per World Health Organization norms, the government has to increase the budget allocation on health to at least 2.5% GSDP to meet the requirement of ensuring 3.5 beds per 1,000 population. Looked this way, the allocation for upgradation of facilities and provisions of infrastructure and equipment in the healthcare and medical sector, including teaching hospital of existing government medical colleges and newly opened medical colleges in the district, seems to be grossly inadequate. The city is reeling under the impact of seasonal infection of viral flu, dengue, gastritis. So doctors in GHMC area are noting a spurt in ये जो पानी पीते हैं साहब जिससे पेट खराब होता है उसमें इन्फेक्शन हो रहा है, एक्यूट डायरिया हो रहा है साहब, एक्यूट डायरिया हो रहा है और वायरल इन्फेक्शन बच्चों में आ रहा है. सर मैं किसी को परेशान करना नहीं चाहता हूं लेकिन ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है सर. सर ये पानी की वजह से जो डायरिया जो हो रहा है, खे और जो इजाबतें आ रही हैं, मोशंस एंड वॉमिटिंग्स हो रहे हैं, उसके बाद में सर ऐसा खतरनाक इन्फेक्शन आया है कि किडनीज भी फेल हो जा रहे हैं. Sir, I run a hospital, that's why with all responsibility I'm saying this. It's not just that I'm just standing here and scaring people. Sir, through you I request the government to kindly take a note of this, and many cases have been deducted in Old City where पानी की वजह से उनको acute diarrhea हुआ और vomitings हुए, motions हुए और इतने ज्यादा हुए कि kidney failure में आ गए. Dialysis करना पड़ा उनको. 2-3 patients have died also because of the pollution in the water, sir. Sir, norovirus is highly contagious virus that causes inflammation of the stomach and intestines and gastroenteritis, which doctors reporting seeing up to 100 cases each day, sir. Norovirus has officially taken hold of Hyderabad city, leaving healthcare professionals grappling with a sudden outbreak, sir. Norovirus has officially taken hold of Hyderabad city, leaving healthcare professionals grappling with sudden outbreak. The whole city has been particularly hit with areas like Dabilpura, Yakutpura, Moghalpura and other areas, sir, when only a few cases were reported, and in this monsoon month, sir. So I request that the government takes a serious note of this and take necessary measures, and if required, a special wards need to be set up to take care for these patients, sir. Sir, GOs was also issued for taking up of hospital work, sir. Nizamia TB College, Barkas upgradation, establishment of a hospital at Ballagoda, establishment of hospital at Dabilpura, establishment of hospital of Yakutpura, establishment of 100-bedded hospital at Kamatipura by my friend Mr. Harish Rao साहब दिए थे मुझे by the BRS. तो इसलिए कहता हूं कि ये दोस्त भी हमारे अच्छे थे और आप भी अच्छे रहेंगे. जहां तक काम रहेगा हमने सबसे काम लेने की कोशिश की है और हम सब यहां काम के लिए हैं. तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप ये कामों को मंजूरी देंगे. मैं हरीश राव साहब का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं कि आपने इन दवाखानों के लिए मंजूरी दी है. जलपल्ली के लिए भी हॉस्पिटल की मंजूरी दी गई थी. वहां पर भी पुराने शहर का एक एक्सटेंडेड एरिया है, तो जलपल्ली एरिया के हॉस्पिटल का भी है. और मैं स्पीकर साहब आपके जरिए असेंबली में हाउस में आने से पहले ये हॉस्पिटल्स के ताल्लुक से जलपल्ली का हॉस्पिटल, बारकस का हॉस्पिटल, निजामिया टीबी का हॉस्पिटल, फिर याकूतपुरे का हॉस्पिटल, कमाटीपुरे का हेल्थ मिनिस्टर साहब से मुलाकात की. तो हेल्थ मिनिस्टर साहब ने मुझसे कहा कि अकबर साहब असेंबली होने के बाद वी विल गो एंड ले द फाउंडेशन स्टोन्स ऑफ द हॉस्पिटल, सर. सो मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं और शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं हरीश राव साहब का कि आपने जियो दिया था. ये आज फाउंडेशन स्टोन रख रहे हैं. उस्मानिया और गांधी, नीलोफर, चेस्ट, MNJ, कैंसर, फीवर, ENT, सरोजनी देवी आई, मेंटल हॉस्पिटल, मेटर्निटी हॉस्पिटल, पेटलापुर, सुल्तान बाजार, शालीबंडा एरिया हॉस्पिटल एंड बारकस, मलकपेट, गोलकुंडा, नामपल्ली, किनकोटी requires more funds for expanding the facilities and additional beds since there is rising demand of deliveries and surgeries at government hospital to avail benefits under KCR kit scheme या फिर दूसरा जो किट्स का जो स्कीम, अब नया नाम आप लोग जो भी देंगे दीजिए, लेकिन इसके लिए बस्ती दवाखाना, निजामिया टीबी कॉलेज के लिए और बस्ती दवाखानों को और मजबूत करने के लिए और थोड़े से शाखे खोलने के लिए मैं आपके जरिए मुतालबा करता हूं. आई वुड आल्सो रिक्वेस्ट हेल्थ मिनिस्टर साहब टू टेक स्टेप फॉर ओपनिंग मोर डायलिसिस सेंटर इन GHMC एरिया, सर, क्योंकि किडनी फेलियर्स के पेशेंट्स बहुत आ रहे हैं. वी रिक्वायर मोर डायलिसिस, सर. And I would also like to know the fate of the previous government initiative to construct super specialty hospital in all 4 corners of Hyderabad, namely Gachibowli, LB Nagar, Alwal, Sanat Nagar. The construction work of these 3 hospitals was sanctioned with an estimate of outlay of rupees 2,676 crores. I would like to know when the works are expected to be completed and the facilities be made available, sir. Sir, along with this super specialty hospital, it was proposed to provide additional 2,000 beds apart from 200 bed maternal and child health block in NIMS, Hyderabad, and I would like to know the time frame for the completion of these works, sir. Bhatti Saab says the Osmania Hospital was completely neglected, sir. So I hope that this government will not neglect the Osmania Hospital, sir. Sir, similarly, the fate of Nilofer and Chest Hospital has to be looked into, sir. The present government has issued appointment orders to 6,956 nurses, but there are huge number of unfilled vacancies of doctors and paramedical staff. We welcome the enhancement of coverage under Arogya Shri of rupees 5 lakhs to 10 lakh. And also, sir, we thank the Health Minister Damodar Raj Narasimha Saab for quick action on enhancing the package of 1,375 treatment and expanding the scope of the scheme by including 163 new cases, sir. Sir, we also thank that कि आरोग्य श्री के जो रेट्स हैं, पैकेजेस हैं, उन सबको भी जो बढ़ाया है 22%, इसके लिए भी हम आपका शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं. बट मैं ये जरूर कहूंगा सर, आरोग्य श्री के बिल्स को क्वार्टरली सही इसको क्लियर करने के आप ऑर्डर्स दीजिए सर. सर, अबाउट द स्कूल एजुकेशन, फॉर द एजुकेशन सेक्टर, सर, बजट एजुकेशन as per the budget speech, sir, was rupees 21,292 crores, whereas the demand for school, higher and technical education together aggregates to rupees 21,281 crores, which works out to 7% only against the CM's promise to raise it to 15%, sir. Education is a vast subject and we can discuss the specifics when we debate the demand, sir. We hope that under the mega DST notification recently, all the 11,062 vacant posts of school teachers will be filled up shortly, and this will help improve the student-teacher ratio and quality of education offered in the government schools, sir. Sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, जब मैं ये DSC की बात कर रहा हूं, तो आपके जरिए मैं ये बात कहना चाहता हूं कि कांग्रेस के दौर में आंध्र प्रदेश जब था, तो उस वक्त हमने मुतालबा किया था कि ये जो रोस्टर सिस्टम होता है, सर, उर्दू स्कूल्स में उर्दू नोइंग टीचर्स को अपॉइंट करना पड़ता है, लेकिन इट इज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एक कानून है जिसकी वजह से रोस्टर सिस्टम को फॉलो करना पड़ता है. सर, उर्दू नोइंग एससीज नहीं रहते, एसटीज नहीं रहते, बहुत सारे बीसीज नहीं रहते रिजर्वेशन में. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट, सर, इन दैट रोस्टर सिस्टम, वो जो पोस्ट जो उर्दू स्कूल्स के रहते हैं, दे लाई वेकेंट because of the roster system. Sir, I had spoken this, and Rajshekhar Reddy Saab was a chief minister, and I remember then Madam Savita Indra Reddy was the education minister then in Andhra Pradesh in Rajshekhar Reddy Saab cabinet. De-reserve किए गए थे सर. सर, वो जितने पोस्ट रोस्टर के बाद में जो वेकेंट थे, इसका रूल पोजीशन ये है कि you have to notify it again once and twice. एंड दो वक्त भी अगर वो नोटिफाई होने के बाद वेकेंट रहता है तो उसको ओपन कैटेगरी में लाया जाता है. राजशेखर रेड्डी ने किया था, उसके बाद से आज तक नहीं किया गया. उर्दू को दूसरी सरकारी जबान बनाया गया जरूर, लेकिन उर्दू के पोस्ट वेकेंट रहने की वजह से उर्दू मीडियम स्कूल्स में बहुत टीचिंग फैकल्टी का बहुत कमजोरी है और उर्दू पढ़ने वालों को नुकसान हो रहा है. मैं उम्मीद करूंगा स्पीकर साहब आपके जरिए कि आप ये डीएससी के जो रिक्रूटमेंट है, इसमें जो रोस्टर सिस्टम में जितने पोस्ट आएंगे, उर्दू के पोस्ट को आप रीनोटिफाई कर डीनोटिफाई करेंगे और ओपन कैटेगरी में उसको ले आएंगे. 10 बरस टीआरएस की गवर्नमेंट को हम बोले नहीं करे, वो करते करते बोले नहीं करे. अब आपको बोल रहे हैं, उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि आप जरूर इस पर तवज्जो देंगे. और सेम हिसाब है निजामिया तिबी कॉलेज यूनानी मेडिसिन का. ये उर्दू मीडियम में पढ़ाया जाता है मेडिसिन, यूनानी मेडिसिन. तो इसमें भी सर एससी एसटीज को उर्दू नहीं आती है, तो हो रहा यह कि वो यूनानी मेडिसिन के जो फैकल्टीज है, वैकेंसीज है. तो मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि आप करेंगे. सेम चीज उर्दू मीडियम जूनियर कॉलेजेस में भी आ रही है कि यही रोस्टर की वजह से. तो काइंडली लुक इनटू दिस. उर्दू मीडियम का स्ट्रेंथ गिर रहा है, रिजल्ट्स खराब हो रहा है. उम्मीद करूंगा कि आप इसके ऊपर गौर करेंगे. अबाउट द यूनिवर्सिटीज ऑल्सो द प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट हैज कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड सर्च कमेटी फॉर अपॉइंटिंग अ फुल टाइम वीसी. सर, आई होप दैट कि वी हैव न्यू वीसीज. और फिर से मैं मुतालबा करूंगा कि वीसीज में मुसलमान काबिल लोगों को भी दीजिए. पॉलिटिकल लोगों को प्लीज आप रिहैबिलिटेट मत करिए किसी भी जिम्मेदार पोस्ट पर, कोई अच्छे क्वालिफाइड लोगों को लाइए. एंड सर, for infrastructure development in these universities, the government has allocated rupees 100 crores each for Osmania University and Women's University, and rupees 300 crores for all other state universities, including Kakatiya University, sir. Sir, through you, sir, I would like to come on record and say that Osmania University was the epicenter for the statehood of Telangana. मगर आज हम देखते हैं कि उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी को नेग्लेक्ट किया गया. Sir, such a beautiful university. We have vast extent of land. We can have playground, stadium, infrastructure. It is an oldest university, sir. If wanted, this university can develop and this university can become one of the best universities of India and of world also, sir. City में इतनी जमीन कहीं नहीं है. लेकिन आज उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी पूरी आप देखिए कि कोई उस पर तवज्जो ही नहीं देता है. It's a very beautiful university, sir. I hope that the government would take initiative in developing the university. And moreover, sir, it's time now that we re-look into the degrees, sir. ये डिग्री है. सवाल ये है कि ग्रेजुएट होने के बाद भी बेरोजगार है. सवाल ये है कि मास्टर्स करने के बाद भी बेरोजगार है. सवाल ये है कि पीएचडी करने के बाद भी बेरोजगार है. उसकी वजह ये है कि हम अपने सिलेबस को, हमारे सिस्टम को, हमारे करिकुलम को जो नेसेसरी चेंजेस लानी थी वो नहीं लाए. आई थिंक नाउ इट इज टाइम दैट वी शुड सेंड सम एक्सपर्ट्स टू, सर, वी नीड टू सेंड सम एक्सपर्ट्स to either to United States of America or to United Kingdom or to Europe, or we need to send them to Oxford, Cambridge, or we need to send them to the famous universities and study the courses which they are offering, so that we bring in those courses and we see that कि our degree के जो हमारी डिग्री की जो अहमियत है, उसकी जो ताकत है वो बढ़े. नहीं वो सेम BCom, BA चल रहा है, बस न्यू कोर्सेज, डिग्री है हाथ में, नौकरी नहीं है, डॉक्टरेट है, नौकरी नहीं है. तो आई होप दैट द गवर्नमेंट वुड लुक इनटू दिस आल्सो, सर. द तेलंगाना गवर्नमेंट हैज assured that it would implement multiple steps in improving 26,065 state-run schools through Mana Uru, Mana Bandi program over 3 years, from building basic infrastructure to providing digital classroom, but no progress, sir. The situation is the same. Around 5.5 lakh children enrolled in 1,320 zero teachers schools, sir, 6,392 single teacher schools, sir, and 8,886 two teacher school across Telangana, sir. These figures are very shocking. I would like to repeat and say that, sir, the situation around 5.5 lakh children enrolled in 1,320 schools has zero teachers. 6,392 with single teachers, 886 with two teachers. This is why they are here. This is why they were forced here. This is why I say that they have totally neglected the school education in 10 years. 16 lakh students dropping out from schools. It's not a joke. It is a very sad state. It is very sad, I would say, that 16,000 children are dropping out from schools. 16 lakhs, sir. 16 lakhs, sir. And it is, the figures are being mentioned in economic survey, sir. अगर हम डिग्री में देखते हैं तो again dropouts. Sir, professional courses में भी they are dropping out. The reason why, sir? The reason is that the fees reimbursement. आप please reimburse कर दीजिए, sir. गरीब पढ़ना चाहता है. And I would say, sir, this MTF, RTF, scholarship, fees reimbursement, everything, this was an initiative again taken by the great visionary leader, I would say, Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy, sir. I remember, sir, Rajshekhar Reddy. I was in the house, sir. When I told him, he said, Akbar, we will do it. I said, sir, you should include minorities. He said, yes, we will do it. And minorities, SC, STs, everybody, sir. And then I remember his words. He said, not 10,000 rank, not 20,000 rank, till saturation we will give. This was a leader. And that was a leader who started Arogeshri scheme also. Sir, and for minorities also. It was that leader only, Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy, who had given 4% reservation, sir. I remember, yes, We were here in this house, we fought for it, we fight, sir. हम लड़ते हैं बराबर, हम बराबर लड़ते रहे. Yes, I would say what KCR has done, I will say what KCR has done. KCR has given Muslim students ko, he said, will be treated on par with SC, ST. Statutory को छोड़ के non-statutory benefits will be provided to minority students. This has been given by KCR, sir, which I thank. I listen, let me tell you, I have a very state stand. सीधी बात करता हूं, जिसने किया उसको याद करूंगा, जिसने नहीं किया उसको जरूर टोकूंगा और बताऊंगा, और जिसने किया है उसकी तारीफ करूंगा, जिसने नहीं किया कहूंगा. अनीसुल गुरबा आपने दिया, शुक्रिया आपका, बहुत काम हुए, नहीं बोलकर नहीं कह रहा हूं. लेकिन सर, एज पर द इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्टेड, द मिनिट्स ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट अप्रूवल बोर्ड PAB मीटिंग टू डिस्कस द इंप्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ Samagraha Shiksha scheme, sir, 24-25 Telangana, there are 30,023 schools in the state. Of these, 1,213 schools have zero enrollment, while fewer than 50 students are enrolled in 13,364, about 48.55% schools in the state, sir. Similarly, there is only one teacher in 5,821 schools, sir. The number of schools with an adverse pupil-teacher ratio at the elementary level is 45.18%. 45.18%, sir. Observing this, the Secretary of School Education and Literacy in the Ministry of Education suggested to the Telangana government that the state needs to ensure rationalization of school and ensure the required number of teachers in all schools, especially at the elementary level, sir. Official data revealed vacancy of academic position in the State Council of Education Research and Training, District Institute and Education and Training, with 46.15% of posts vacant SCERT and 67.83% in DIET, sir. Deserve the post of Urdu medium teachers and lecturers reserved for SC/ST, sir, handicapped women to convert in general category, as there is no candidate available in the SC/ST, BC, ONC and women in Urdu medium posts done in 2007 in the YSR regime, sir. We urge the state government to de-reserve posts related to appointment of Urdu medium teachers and lecturers. Out of the 900 teachers posts for Urdu medium schools in the state in 2017, only 347 have been filled up, while 553 posts are vacant as they are reserved for SC/ST, BC, sir. Since no candidate is coming forward for these positions, the posts cannot be filled up, sir. It is noted that most of the students going to the Urdu medium schools hail from the weaker section of Muslim community, sir. Sir, मैं इसके साथ साथ ये भी कहूंगा, the government had issued GO to revamp the decade-old Chanchalgoda, Falaknuma Government Junior College, Degree College building. The government has sanctioned 5 crores each for the development work, which also include construction of separate buildings for Degree College. Due to shortage and non-release of the bill, sir, ये construction पूरा रुका हुआ है, Falaknuma campus का, Chanchalgoda का, Gokunde का, sir. The state government is also building integrated residential schools campus in 119 assembly constituencies in the state, where SC/STs, BCs and minority Gurukul schools should be established under a single roof, sir. Several schools are in dire straits and gasping for help, sir. Sir, at the same time, sir, all our schools were in need of basic facilities. School face the same problem: dilapidated classrooms, unkept premises, unhygienic toilets, no provision for drinking water, missing compound walls, as well as a lack of staff to maintain hygiene. So multiple schools have students for different classes taught by 1 or 2 common teachers. There's a lack of focus on providing study material and having teaching aids. There are no libraries and there are no laboratories, and in many cases there is no emphasis on imparting social and extracurricular activities which are crucial in overall development of a student. In case of there are no facilities for children to play, schools lack sporting equipment, maintenance of schools, sir, providing cleaning, supplying their phenyl, mops, brooms, etc. ये तक नहीं हो रहा है, sir. Single teachers are the norms in 14% of state school. However, the number goes up to 30% when only government primary schools are considered, sir. Even if they have more than one teacher, the majority of schools in Telangana do not have separate teachers for each class, sir. The schools may fulfill the requirement of having 1:30 teachers pupil as per the Right to Education Act, but education experts feel that that is not enough, sir. Telangana has 22,000 vacant posts of teachers, sir. No enrollment in 1,213 Telangana government-run schools, sir. In addition, the number of schools with an adverse pupil-teacher ratio at the elementary level is 45.18%, sir. Sir, I also would like to bring to your kind notice, sir, the hardship which is being faced by private schools, sir. Sir, I conclude by saying this, sir, कि मैं भी schools चलाता हूं, sir. मैं free schools चलाता हूं, sir. I have 9 schools, sir, where I provide free education. And every day, sir, for every small thing, the education department harasses us. Sir, अब enrollment करना अभी भी harass करते हैं. This house would be surprised, sir. I run 10 schools, and to the surprise of the people, I have 40,000 students studying in my schools and colleges, sir. OAC School of Excellence, which I run personally, sir. Which I run. Nobody gives any money. It is not MIM party school. It is my schools. In my constituency, 10 schools. And they harass us. For registration, they harass us. Sir, giving the recognition, they harass us. Sir, मैं आपके जरिए मुतालबा करूंगा और ये कहूंगा कि सर स्कूल्स को रिकॉग्नाइज, प्राइवेट स्कूल्स को रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये कहते हुए कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जजमेंट है. सर, द जजमेंट केम इन 2009. Sir, the judgment came in 2009, sir. The case number 483, 2004, the judgment came in 2009, sir. After that, the government issued a GO 56. Sir, NBC, open space relaxation के guidelines का मुतालबा कर रहे हैं. Sir, they are asking to get a fire NOC. For my school, sir. Sir, I have a fire equipment installed. It is installed there. Fire department people came, they inspected, and they said that these are the deficiencies, fulfill the deficiencies. I fulfilled the deficiencies. I erected new motors, new sprinklers, everything. Sir, had spent some 15 crores only on firefighting equipment for all my schools. And after that, the fire department comes and says, no, we will not give you fire NOC. Education department is saying, unless you have a fire NOC, we won't give you UDISC registration. Sir, we won't give you the permission for SSC. When I am fulfilling the norms of fire NOC, sir, I am doing the duty and the responsibility which the government has to do. 40,000 children provided free education. It's not a joke, sir. Sir, I could have spent that money on myself, my children, for my luxuries. No, sir, after the death which I had seen, I have gone through, and I see that, okay, what is the state in my entire political career, sir. I think if anything is the strongest weapon which can fight towards injustice is education, sir, which can give you employment. That is why I'm focusing. And this is where we have been harassed. Sir, through you I request, sir, I request, kindly see that all the schools who are charging 1,50,000, they are being given all sanctions, all approvals, everything. The one who's providing free education has been asked to have a building permission, have to have an NOC. Sir, I have applied in BRS, building regularization, and that subject is being pending with the courts. Unless and until the court decide, what can I do? Where shall I get the permission from? I have paid the fees for regularization. I have given my land for land acquisition. And still my building permissions are not being given. And the education department says, no building permission, at least get fire NOC. When we get a fire inspection, the fire department doesn't give, stating that, this is this. Sir, we can have NBC open space relaxation guidelines. Sir, I request through you, sir, kindly do some help and see that wherever there are education institutions which are providing free educations, they should not be harassed. Not just me, sir. Anybody, they should not be harassed. Why should they be harassed? Sir, one person came and told me, Akbar साहब ये कामा क्या है? ये सब लड़ने से नहीं होता. आप मेरे को 10 लाख रुपए दियो, मैं सब करा के लाता हूँ. क्या है सर ये? Why should I pay, sir? I would rather spend that 10 lakh rupee on a poor student making his career, sir, rather than giving a bribe for the permission, sir. Whether I get the permissions or not, sir, I will run my schools. I will provide education. But through you, sir, I request the government to kindly look into this, sir. Look into this, sir. 40,000 students, sir. I provide free school education. I provide free tuitions, sir. I provide free engineering tuitions, I provide free. I provide NEET examination coaching free, MSET free, NATA free. I give them IELTS training. Everything is free, sir. Thousands of students are there. They say, what MIM is doing? Come, I will show you. I will show you what MIM is doing, what Akbar Owaisi is doing. It is not easy to get elected again and again. 50,000, 40,000 students are studying in my school. That is why people love me and they elect me again and again. This is why, sir. Sir, I want you all to come and see, sir. I request the Minister Sahab also. Sir, I thank you very, very much, sir. I know I took a lot of time, sir. You have been very kind enough. You have been very generous enough. I know, sir, the treasury benches have also given me a lot of time. I thank the Minister for Legislative Affairs, sir, for giving me so much of time. I tried to do my best. I tried to raise all the questions. अगर कहीं पर कोई चीज अगर भूल गया हूं, तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि कांग्रेस के मुस्लिम लीडर्स वो मसले आप तक जरूर पहुंचाएंगे और उसको हल करवाएंगे. थैंक यू वेरी मच, सर.
श्री MS राज ठाकुर गारू.
ధన్యవాదాలు